Good morning, everyone. It's Ann Verillo here with StampWithAnn.com. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from Auburn, New York. I hope you guys are having a fantastic week. It is Monday, October 27th, and I'm back. I took a couple weeks off. Week before last, where did we go? We went to we went to Kingston, New York, and we visited Woodstock and Bethel. We did like a little weekend, or not weekend, little couple days during the week for our anniversary, my husband and I. So it was a lot of fun. It did rain one day, so we got a bit of crummy weather, but we took a train ride. We saw some beautiful fall foliage, which I just loved. And then last week, I don't know, I took another week off. So I'm back at it again. I'm excited to be here. So before we get started, I'm going to just go over a couple things. If you guys are watching me on my YouTube channel and you have not yet subscribed, make sure you subscribe and then hit the little bell icon afterwards so you get notifications of when I go live and when I post any new videos. And then same thing on my Facebook page. If you're watching me on my Facebook page and you're not yet following me, give me a follow there too. And as always, leave me a comment. I love to see where you guys are watching from. If you're watching the replay, let me know where you're watching from. Yeah, so anyways, this week I realized I had my Craft and Create Club, which is separate from my weekly card class kit to go. I used the Gathering Moments bundle for my Craft and Create Club subscribers, and then I realized last week, gosh, I hadn't even shared any cards using this bundle because I love it. It's fall. Fall is one of my favorite seasons, so I did use that. So if you're not familiar with my card class kit to go, it's super easy. There's a link down below you can get some more information on. But basically, if you spend $45 in my online store, excluding tax and shipping, and after any rewards redemption, I send you a kit out to do 6 cards. So that's 2 of each design, because I usually design 3 cards per week for my kit. So anyways, super easy, but you'll get all the materials to create the cards. The only thing I don't do is any stamping. So you can use the Gathering Moments bundle, or if you have something similar in your stash, go ahead and use that. But you'll get the cardstock, designer series paper, and any other dies that aren't dies or embossed paper that isn't part of the bundle. So let's get started. I'm gonna pop you down to my my craft table. Let's see here if we can get this. There we go. Okay. First thing first, public service announcement. You guys, this offer is one of the best that Stampin' Up! Has ever offered to get a starter kit. So you can get $125 worth of product for just $35, and it's free shipping. It's awesome. Becoming a demonstrator is, you don't have to sell, you don't have to hold parties. You basically, when I first started, I basically just wanted the discount. So that's why I signed up. I'm like, yeah, I know I'm going to craft, but I want my discount. So you can get anywhere from 20 to 25% off on future purchases once you join. And then the other great deal is you get $189 for just 99 bucks. So this is only running through the end of this week. I would love nothing more than have you guys join my Craft and Create crew. It is so much fun. I think one of the best parts about it is the discount, obviously. There is no stress. You don't have to, run parties or do anything. And if you want to be a hobby demonstrator, then that's great. But we do share a lot in our group, PDFs, inspiration, just a lot of community stuff. So it is a really great opportunity right now to join Stampin' Up! And I'd love to see you guys join my Craft and Create crew. So that was my only one public service announcement. Well, wait a minute, I got one more. Okay, so I was talking about my Craft and Create Club, which is a subscription based club. And you get in your kit, your club kit, you get supplies to make 4 or 8 projects. So that's four. I do 4 designs. So it's 2 of each. But I wanted to share this with you. I am right now cutting my November Craft and Create Club kits out early because this is Christmas related and I want to get it in their hands as soon as possible. Our October kit just went out. That's the one with the gathering moments, but I gotta show you these. Aren't these just so cute? I love them. And I love the little doggy. And then this one, and this was with the was it Jolly Hot? No, Jolly Delivery. Plus, I'm doing this too. I love it when I throw in a 3D project. Isn't that the cutest? It's a little box. You put a treat in, opens right up. See how cute that is? I just love it. So anyways, there's a link down below if you're interested in subscribing to my Craft and Create Club. Make sure you sign up before, I think it's November 19th. But if you sign up early, I'm sending these kits out. So you'll get a jump start and have 8 beautiful little Christmas projects that you can send out for Christmas. All right. So here's the bundle we're using, Gathering Moments. I really loved it. I love the sentiments. Obviously, we're in November always reminds me of gratitude, thankfulness. I've done some Thanksgiving cards to give to my sister-in-law, who is the patriarch of our family, and she always does a big Thanksgiving dinner. So I love to tell her how much I appreciate her and thank her for all the work that she does for our big family. So anyways, these are the stamps. I love these. I'm going to show you a couple of those. And then these are the dies. I cut out these leaves, which is really fun. I've done a couple different designs using this. So let's jump into it. I will show you first the one that I did for our blog hop. So this I posted on my blog last Thursday. This was specifically done for our Team Stamp It blog hop. So again, it's a thankful for you and then expressing heartfelt gratitude. And this is probably the one I'm going to give to my sister-in-law. But isn't that pretty? And you can see, I don't know if you can see it in there, the gold foil from this designer series paper. I think it's Gathering Together designer series paper. And then I made a little cute matching envelope. So you can get that on my blog. Go check it out. If you leave a comment, you're going to be entered to win the Pop-Up Pals kit. So check that out. All right, let's get started. These are the 3 cards I designed for this week. This is the one we're going to do today. Very simple. I like to start out my Mondays kind of simple. This is the card we'll do on Wednesday. So see how I did? I got into this two-tone cardstock and the sanding technique. So I really kind of liked how that came out. I thought that was real pretty. And then, of course, this beautiful designer series paper. And then Friday, we'll do a really cute fun fold. Now, this is kind of like it's a pop-out fun fold. If you can see, let me pop this out. Like, it's going to stand like that. You can see down here. It's just got a little pop-up mechanism to it. So I thought that was real cute. You can have it flat, or you can stand it up like this or like this. Oops, there. So that's the one we'll make on Friday for our Fun Fold Friday. So let's get started. Now you're going to get everything in your kit. Here's our card. Let me just shine a little bit more light on here if I can. Is that better? A little bit better. Okay. So here is the kit. So I cut out all these pieces so you can do your stamping, and then you'll get all the designer series paper, which I cut. Now, these are real cute. And then we're gonna layer those. Then you'll get an inside, and I went ahead and embossed this with the Gathering Leaves uh, 3D embossing folder, and you can see the difference. So this is just crushed curry, regular crushed curry. This is the two-tone crushed curry that I used that sanding technique on. So see how cool that turned out? I kind of like to do different things. All right, so let's get started. So I've got an inside panel, and I always include just a little kind of strip of the designer series paper. And you can see here, I left this blank. Because it is a many thanks card, you can just, have your own note in there of thanks. A lot of times when I sell my cards, people want them blank. So sometimes I don't put sentiments inside. But that's up to you. Okay, I'm just going to glue this here. Now, in your kit, you're going to get a full PDF tutorial that goes through all the instructions for the 3 cards. You'll get all the measurements. You'll get everything you need for that. Plus, you'll get envelopes. Okay, so now let's put that up there. This is early espresso, and we're going to go ahead and burnish that score line. Just going to take this. Hi, Joan from Washington. What's the weather like there? It's 42 here and cold. At least it's sunny though. So we're just gonna burnish that score line. Put this up here. And then we're gonna take and adhere this embossed panel. This is crushed curry. And we are just going to adhere this. You can use your Stampin' Seal. Most of you know I am a glue girl. 40, cloudy, and rainy. Woo! It's sunny here at least. I'm happy for that. Okay, we're just going to put that right there. And then for these, I just cut these in 2x2 squares, and these 2 1/8 by 2 1/8. And we're going to go ahead and adhere. We want to make sure you get them on here right. Oops, this way. Okay. Yep. So we're just going to put this right here. Ooh, I got a little fuzz there. Fuzzy, fuzzy. Oops. This is why I use the glue, so I can make sure I get it on there right. Okay, there's that one. There's this one. Yeah, I was feeling a little bit under the weather this weekend, so it started Friday, so I didn't do too much. So I'm starting to feel a little bit better. Okay, remember this is the Gathering Together Designer Series paper. It's really pretty. Just gonna put that on there. You guys know I like to try and keep my projects on Monday pretty simple. Oh, you're going to celebrate your grandson's 15th birthday this weekend? Or did you already, Joan? Almost 16. This paper, I think, is just so pretty. I'm going to put it like this. Okay, let's go ahead and adhere these to the card front. And I just kind of eyeballed it, lined these up. These 2 I'm putting down with the glue. This one I will pop up with some dimensionals. See, very easy. It was on the 24th? Yeah. Well, that sounds like fun. We have a big family, so it's on my husband's side, and my sister-in-law, who's the matriarch of the family. We have to always celebrate birthdays, and because we can't get together for every single one of them, so a lot of times we'll combine them. So like the May, June, and July birthdays, we do all together, etc., etc. All right, so this, we're just going to pop this up. Now, I am not going to put dimensionals on this side because this is already, oh, you know what? I am. I'm going to put it, I'm not going to put it like in the corners here and here because it'll kind of offset this because this is raised, you know, it's what do you call it? Layered. So you don't want it to kind of get off balance. So what I'm going to do, I'll show you. Just going to stick 2 dimensionals here. And then I'm going to do one right kind of in the center here. Let's see how that goes. Bring my little trash can out here. And then we'll just pop it just like that. I'm not going to press it down real hard because I want to make sure I get it straight and see that that's not, yep, that's good. Okay, so now we've just got a bit of stamping to do. So we're going to go ahead and stamp the sentiment with Early Espresso ink. Now, I just used the other piece of that I had already stamped on. Let me grab my glasses here. Just want to make sure I can stamp kind of straight on here. Okay, so we're just gonna stamp that right there. There we go. Put that away for a minute. Let me make sure I clean this off. We'll leave that out. And then with my paper snips, I'm just going to snip the other end of this. Just like that. I'm probably going to bring this in a little bit. There. That's perfect. So now we're going to stamp these leaves. And these little berries. So I'm going to use Cajun Craze. Let's see, which way am I stamping? Because I got to die cut these out. That's pretty. So I am going to need my die cuts. Clean this off. And we're going to stamp this in Old Olive. You know, while I'm at it, I should just stamp these. Where's that matching envelope? Oh, I have a matching envelope, but I'm going to go ahead and do it here. I'm going to do this bigger one first. I haven't been stamping my envelopes lately, and that started to really bother me. So, because then when I get ready to go send a card out, I'd be like, well, what stamp set did I use? I don't know. I have so many. And so, and I hate sending naked envelopes. So now I said, okay, that's it. I've got to start doing my envelopes. Now this one we're going to do in green. And it just adds a little bit to the front of the envelope. Okay. That's those. So we don't need this anymore. And we don't need Old Olive. Now, we're going to stamp this. This is early espresso in the designer series paper. Let me grab my paper here. Now, my early espresso stamps pretty dark. To me, it looks black. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp this off once, so I get a lighter color. Still looks black to me. But it is what it is. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and die cut these things out. No fussy cutting. I'll bring in my little blue mini. And we'll get the corresponding dies. Probably should have had this all out before, but I didn't. Okay, so I've got this one. No, this one goes with this. This one goes with this. And where was it? This goes with this little berries. Okay, so I'm going to use my little trick here because I like these things to stay straight. So I'm going to use my Post-it note tape. Just going to line that up, put it on there, do the same with this. Just line that up. Oops, don't let it slip around. And then I'll do the same with this one. These are distinctive stamps. Oops. Meaning you get this. So make sure that's there. Good. You get this. You see how it doesn't stamp like all just one solid color. So it's distinctive, which I really like. I think it adds a lot to the stamp. So we'll go ahead and put this in here. We'll just die cut these real quick. Let me get my top plate. Hopefully those all stayed together there. Okay. So I got this piece. I've got this one. Aren't they cute? So fallish. These are really good fall colors too. So if you're gonna make some fall cards, crushed curry, Cajun craze, Old Olive goes together so well. Okay, now I'm just gonna attach these to the back here. You can use glue dots if you prefer. Why don't we do that? I'm gonna use the glue dots. Keep it simple, right? So I'm just gonna go ahead and grab my glue dot. There, I got it there. And I want it kind of leaning this way. Okay. I'm gonna use my bigger ones. Those are my minis. Let's see. Got a glue dot here. Oops. Ah, that didn't work too well, did it? We'll put this one here. And then I'm just going to attach this one right here in the middle. Oh boy, this is not working. Don't you love it? All right, let's take that off. Actually, we'll just leave it on. This is exactly why I like my glue. Okay, so we're just going to hold that for a second. Probably move that up a little bit. And then I'll put this on. Just going to stick that right in the back. There. Ooh, that's a lot. Oopsie. Okay. Just wipe that off a little bit. Then we're going to pop this up with our dimensionals. What did I do with them? Put them back in my thing here. Oh, I'm so happy to be back. I did miss my crafting. You know, when we went away, I brought some crafting to do. And then I was like, oh boy, I was having so much fun. I didn't do any crafting. So I brought it all for nothing. Okay, where's the lid for this? Let's put this away for right now. Oops. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and just pop this right here, just like that. Let's go ahead and do the inside. Like I said, I like to start Mondays with just kind of a simple card design. This one's pretty simple. So we're going to pop this right in here. There we go. And that is, oh, no, we're not done. I do this all the time. I forget. I forget our bling. Embellishments. Gotta remember. I'm going to do a little double bow. This is the Early Espresso and Old Olive linen thread. I love the linen thread because it kind of curls up a little. It's curly. Just going to pull that, and I'm going to pull these down a little bit. Okay, and I can snip off some of these ends. There. Need my glue dot. Let's see here. I should have. Just going to stick that right there. And then I'm using this Cajun Craze and gold dots. I'm just going to put a couple up there like that. And I'm using the small ones. There we go. That is our first card in this week's card class kit to go. So how do you like that? That was pretty easy, right? I love it. I just love those fall colors together. So anyways, guys, thanks so much for joining me today. And remember, if you are watching the replay, please leave me a comment on where you're watching from. I'd love to hear from all of you guys. All right. Thanks and have a great rest of the week. I will be back live on Wednesday at 11 a.m. Eastern time. So see ya. Have a good one.